here we go, Snake Pit fans, with the second half of this great show at St. J's Recreation Centre. And I'm lucky enough to reunite the largest announced team in professional wrestling. I'm here with Michael Weaver. How are we?
Victorious. That's how we are, Paul. Victorious. My big show debut, going against one half of the former tag team champions. Bam, lariat, 1, 2, 3, it's all over.
Oh, well, absolutely. That's true. You would have seen that earlier, folks. Michael Weaver was successful over Dallas Summers. As he said, I said it during the match, one of the former tag team champions. So big win there for yourself tonight, Michael.
Skyrocketing. There's no cure for Weaver fever.
Absolutely. I said if you've got a problem, you need to see the doctor. It could be Weaver fever. But here we go, one of the biggest matches in Snake Pit history in both of the... and here comes the man that caused all the problem. Why this match is happening right now, Michael.
Caused? He gave them an opportunity. He gave them a number one contenders match. Whoever wins this match will become a number one contender and a title choice of their choice. All right, the other one has to retire from wrestling immediately. It's worth the sacrifice, isn't it, Paul? You get into the business to win gold.
Oh, well, let's see what Max has got to say. Well, the count was on. Both men quickly scatter into the ring. What a weasel this guy is, Michael Weaver. He's conned these guys into... He's conned them into, okay, whoever wins will be the number one contender for whichever title they choose, but the loser's going to have to leave Snake Pit or wrestling full stop.
The loser will have to retire from wrestling. It's got to be hard on these guys. Like, they're best of friends, they've been training partners for years. It's got to be hard to be knowing in your own mind that if I win this match and succeed in my own career, that I'm going to retire one of my best friends. But boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, seriously.
Well, I mean, Mike Boomer or Axel Impact did not
Boomer?
Did not know they were signing that sort of contract. The silly boys, the pair of them, didn't read the contract, signed the contract, and then, of course, Max Prophet pointed out the stipulation. You lose the match, you leave wrestling.
That's why I never sign anything without my attorneys. Autographs, contracts, pictures, have to have my attorneys present.
The fact is, if you don't continue this match, both of you are fired.
Well, I was going to bring this point up, Michael, but Max Prophet's made it clear.
You fail to realise that it's in the contract. If both of them are disqualified by count out, or they don't even start the match, they both lose. Loser leaves Snake Pit. Do you fail to understand that? They signed the contract, idiot. Sit in your seat, watch these two idiots wrestle, and get it on with it.
Well, Max Prophet making it clear, whoever loses, if they both decide to not start this match, or, well, both get counted out, whatever the case may be, They both lose. They both leave wrestling.
This could be a double down here. We could see a count out due to both these men not being on their feet.
Well, Abdullah Rashid making the count. Mike Boomer gets to his feet purely just to stop that count, Michael.
First one to his feet, though. Does that mean he might be more inclined to be to do this match?
Look, I had Mike Boomer out here with me earlier this evening. His mind wasn't on the game as normal. I mean, as you said, these two guys are friends, and they've been tricked into this match. This is one of the greatest matches in Snake Pit history, Michael. These two guys are at the top of the peak in Snake Pit Pro Wrestling. So to see it is great, but with this stipulation, one of these guys is gone. This is just unbelievable.
At the start of Axel's career about 3 years ago, these two wrestled a lot. They had some of the best contests then, and Axel was not the performer he is now. He had half the experience. He wasn't a world champion. He's now, a 3-time world champion? Well, multiple-time tag team champion?
Absolutely. I mean, early in this guy's career, I reckon it was like match 3, he won the Adelaide Open Championship. I was there in the crowd when this guy debuted, won 2 matches, went for the Adelaide Open Championship, won that, and it was only a matter of time. He was the Snake Pit Heavyweight Champion for the first time.
In his play for debut, he beats the likes of Zach Sabbath. Who can claim that?
Well, absolutely. He is phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. Axel Impact. It will be sad to see either of these guys go. I hate to say it, that's going to leave a big hole in the roster at Snake Pit Pro Wrestling.
In just Australian wrestling in general. I mean, Axel's only been around for 3 years, but he's done so much. Big Mike Boomer's been around for 6.
6+ years. I remember Mike when he first started, basically in Adelaide wrestling, and unbelievable to see him come this far. But I didn't want to ring the bell for this match, Michael. I don't want to see it happen. These two guys, one of them can't leave wrestling. This is not happening.
I believe it, Paul. That's the way it's been. The cards have been dealt. They got tricked into signing that contract by Max Profit. They've got to live with the consequences. You
can see Axel Impact drags Mike Boomer over and got him in that armbar.
The reason they're into this match is because they wanted a #1 contendership match. They wanted a chance to be champions once again.
Well, both men have a valid reason for wanting that, Michael. Axel only just losing the championship recently back to Zach Sabbath, and the same with Mike Boomer losing the Adelaide Open Championship to Wham Bam Bellows at just North Adelaide a couple of weeks ago. And that's what brought this all around. Max Profit came out, said back when he was vice president or whatever it was when Luke Hazard was away, made contracts up to say you can be #1 contender, but if you lose a match to become #1 contender, you're out of wrestling.
They're just hindsight's 2020. They should have looked over the contract. They should have given a read. I've always been under the assumption if it's too good to believe, it usually is.
Well, it was too good to believe, and look what's happened right here. These two guys go to lock up, but Mike Boomer grabs the arm, puts him into the ropes, Irish whip,
hip toss.
Oh, into a neck breaker.
That was clever. I've never seen Mike Boomer bust that out before.
Goes to the hip toss mid-air into the neck breaker, takes down Axel Impact. Oh, big elbow strike in the corner.
Mike Boomer hits elbows harder than most people hit punches.
Well, that's Mike Boomer's finisher. That is the boomerang, basically.
With that extra rotation, that 360-degree spin builds all that momentum, those quick pivoting steps by Mike Boomer. He is so quick.
Axel missed altogether, then Mike, another big elbow to the back of Axel Impact.
Looks like Mike Boomer's going for that flying clothesline.
Oh, nobody home. Axel sort of bends out the way.
Caught him. Oh, Russian leg sweep from the second rope. That was...
Snaps his head down hard on the mat there, Michael.
That was ingenious.
You can see Mike Boomer grabbing at his head.
Axel is a student of the game.
He's reluctant to cover though, Michael. Gets him in a front face lock, but he could have gone for the pin there.
I think that's the problem is as much as these guys are good friends and great
swinging neck
athletes,
breaker.
you have to beat your best friend to not retire. You have to pin him. It's not a matter. It's because this can cost Axel here. It could cost Mike Boomer later. If he doesn't pin him now, if he doesn't win this match, he might be retired.
Oh, Axel drops a big elbow right on the chest of Mike Boomer.
There's no friends in wrestling. It's only you out there, Paul.
Well, you would know you were out there earlier.
And victorious, by the way.
Well, absolutely. We can't forget that point. Michael Weaver victorious earlier here this evening at the St. J's Recreation Centre with one half of the former tag team champions, Dallas Summers. These two guys lock it up, going for the suplex.
Oh, flights over the back, reversal, looking for a German. Axel blocks the German suplex attempt.
Just got him in that waist lock at the moment. Mike Boomer trying to go for something reversed.
See how Mike Boomer drops his weight there. Squats so low so Axel can't use that extra leverage, that extra strength, that extra power to get Mike Boomer up.
Oh, Mike Boomer sends Axel Impact to the outside. Axel still hanging on to that top rope. Oh, couldn't quite get over. Tries again. Back of the ring. Oh! Sends Mike Boomer through the ropes to the outside to the hard floor here at the St. J's Recreation Centre.
Those hardwood floors, unforgiving.
Mike Boomer, oh, big shoulder block, the midsection of Axel Impact.
He's not going to try and suplex him to the outside, is he, Paul?
Oh, nearly gets him half up. Now Axel gets Mike Boomer up. No.
Right, trying it one more. Oh, just managed to get him, but they landed safely on the outside.
Oh, Mike with a big drop kick sends Axel down to the outside into the steel barriers here at ringside.
Drop kick on the back of the head made him smash his forehead into the barricade.
Mike Boomer catapults the outside, nobody there.